What's going on? It's your boy Caddy. We got a couple things going on in the sports game tonight. We got the Bears, Bengals, we got the Bills, Chiefs, and a couple more games. And today's episode is sponsored by no other than Red Bull. A cut above. Get at your boy.
We keep it real, keep the culture alive. It's the spot where the goats get respect. If you ain't locked in, better come correct. Yeah, the sports den, this is where it's at. If you talking sports, then we talking facts. Lock in, tap in, don't sleep on the show. The sports den, let's go, let's go.
What's good, people? You know who it is. It's your boy Caddy. And you know where you at. Another episode of the Sports Den. Excuse my voice, it's a little raspy. I had a very long and a very good weekend. But like I said, you had another episode of Sports Den. And you know I don't never do this by myself. I got my main man, Tony Takes, in the building. Say what's up to the people, my man.
Hey, what's happening, Caddy? You know, same Campbell soup just need to be reheated, baby.
Yeah, you know how it is. Let's heat it up. Let's put the pot on the stove. Sorry about my voice, man. I had a long weekend, man.
Hey, man, not only it was long, but it was fun as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. You know,
I think we really enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, Saturday I woke up and I went to a tailgate in Columbus, Ohio State, Penn State. And
I know that was live.
Oh man, it was live. It was live, and I happened to bump into one of the owners of Little League. And sent me a nice little care package. And I must say, you know, these things do smoke very well.
Hey, shout out to Little League, man. You know, hey, that sponsor, it all counts. It all adds up. Just goes to show you how serious we are out here.
Yeah, you know, that was a good game. You know, Ohio State, number one in the country. They beat the dog shit out of Penn State. Anyway, so which they normally be a good game, but I guess Ohio State is just a cut above everyone else.
You know, it's like it's Ohio State, then it's the others. I think they are top 3 in the offense and defense.
Whenever it's Sunday, you know what we did Sunday. We got up and took ourselves to Cincinnati and watched that one of the best games I've seen in football in a very long time.
Let alone the game of the year, some say.
Hey, as of yet, the Chicago Bears versus the Bengals, which we will get in that a little bit later. But
yes,
that was pretty much the weekend. That was pretty damn good. That's why my voice like this. Too much cheering the team on, celebrating, talking to people, cheering and toasting. Almost one of those.
But hey, you brought me out of retirement on the cheering side. You know, I was trying to be all cool and calm and you know that Tony Tate swag type of thing. But hey, you brought me out my rim, bro.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta get up
me out here screaming.
Hey, it was a good time, man. Like I said, when you go out there to those games and stuff, it's a whole vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a total
I must
vibe. It's a total vibe. But with that being said, what you got, man? Talk to me.
Well, you know, man, what I got, man, is some damn good football going play. You know, few upsets here and there. You know, I won't even really consider my Bears an upset. I think we were supposed to win that game. I guess you was call it how you won it. But well, you know, that's pretty much my news, man. I'm just ready to dive deep and get on into it.
Well, before we dive deep into these games and what we want to break down, let's talk
about
what you something. Got. Trade deadline.
Yes.
I got, you know, it was pretty interesting this year because the league seen 27 players move. That's the highest numbers in a very long time.
Yes.
And it's a lot of them came in the last hour. You know, some teams stayed quiet, some teams didn't move anybody. New England, you know, they really didn't make major moves. A few teams did, but there was some moves going on. You want to hear some of them?
Yeah, what you got?
So, do you know The New York Jets traded away a two-time All-Pro defensive corner. Sauce Gardner is now an Indianapolis coach. And then they sent their defensive tackle, Quinion Williams, to the Dallas Cowboys. So Jets, I think they're making rooms to make some moves.
I mean, but when you look at the Jets, man, I mean, I don't think they playing around, but at the same time, if they can really give that coach, because he coming from that Detroit system, right? Him and Ben Johnson, they doing their thing out here. But if they can really truly let him work, they got 3 first rounders next year, 2 first rounders in 27.
Right.
So, hey man, I mean, that's a top tier talent if they use it right. That's the key right there. But they definitely got the talent. I mean, I would have abandoned ship this year too, though. I'll go for that number 1 pick next year.
Well, it looks like that's what they're doing, and it also look like the Colts are clearly to push their defense to another level because they already playing good ball.
Yeah.
It look like they going for something.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Is you ready to put your chips all in on Indiana Jones or what you call it?
I don't know. I can't really call it a Cinderella story because that running back they got up there, that boy doing some stuff.
He real deal.
Taylor is the real deal. Excuse me, this look leaf hitting over here, boy.
Shout out to Lil Leaf.
I can't really say that I'm all in on them, but I'm sure is watching.
Yes.
I'm sure is watching.
I mean, because this was their first true test, but we gonna get into that, Caddy. You see, man, you got me started and ready to go out here, man.
Hey, man. Hey.
I have to tone it down a little bit to get where I'm at and what I'm doing.
It's what you want to do. You want to start some of these games because I know you got some stuff you want to talk about. Let's talk about.
Hey, I'm ready.
Let's talk about your Let's jump. Let's jump into these highlights.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So, you want to jump into the highlights? Let's start with your Bills and Chiefs. Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
They pulled a big one off. They took care of them Chiefs, 28-21.
Yes, they did.
Josh Allen did his thing. I'll keep trying to tell you, Josh Allen is one of those quarterbacks. He turn it on, he turn it off.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, they didn't play bad, but they didn't beat the Bills. What's your take on this, Tony?
Well, man, I mean, I'm going to talk regular season real quick, and I'm going to talk postseason real quick. In the regular season, the Bills and KC, the Bills always been kicking off in KC's ass in the regular season, right? So, especially being at home, especially, it's hard to beat Buffalo at home. But this was a big game because this is closer to playing KC at home in the postseason if, it lines up that way. But, the Bills, that's what I'll be shooting for. It's that number 1 seed to be playing at home. You see what I'm saying?
Get them a better advantage.
Exactly. Because in the postseason, it's like saying, Bills who? Jim Kelly what? You know what I mean? It brings it right back. So, the Bills ain't been able to get over that hump in the postseason for many, many moons. Now, I'm talking about from Jim Kelly to Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, they haven't beat KC yet. You know what I mean? And I think they like 0-4 or something in these last 2 3 years, or my fault, the last 4, should I say? So if KC still happen to make the playoffs, they got to see them again, right?
That's
But
true.
this definitely set a tone in the locker room going forward that they can really hang with these dudes, man. They just gotta get over that postseason hump, should you say?
That's true. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the Chiefs are playing something different because they did one thing that in that defense that they haven't been doing. They slowed down Patrick Mahomes. They held him
Slow them
at
down.
he had a career low of completion rate in that game. 44%, my God.
Ooh. And it's just crazy how good Mahomes is, though, because 44% is close to 50%.
Like
And
that,
a lot
that's
of
very
quarterbacks
good.
need to wish they had
Hey,
50%. You see what I'm
hey,
saying?
that's very true. But if you expect Michael Jordan to score 50, you don't want him to score 50, even in a bad game.
Even in the bad game. And it's just crazy because the opposite, Josh Allen, I think he went from 23 for 26 out here. So
Hey,
he was damn near shooting 85%.
exactly. And that's something
So
that
it was a big difference.
so it was a difference. I feel like it was a difference because I think Buffalo showing that one thing you didn't see in them other losses was a run game. The last 4 weeks,
Yes.
Buffalo been running the ball like they run it dope. You know what I'm saying? The
And
QB, the
they was
defense,
down KC throat.
they they
Mm-hmm.
they actually trying to show the world that Kansas City is not the unquestioned front runner. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to be wobbly,
Yes, sir.
a little shaky. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, I do.
I, I feel like Kansas City is really showing. I mean, I feel like Buffalo actually is on the way to get over that hump, that playoff hump that they always fall. They fall through. So yeah, with that being said, like I said, the Bills go get over that hump, and they good win for the Bills. Good
Damn
win.
good win. Good win.
So let's jump into the game that we went to. The game of the year. You see that hat? I still got that damn hat on. I ain't even took it off yet.
You ain't supposed to. You supposed to sleep in it. Hey,
Bears,
that's the good luck.
Bears, Bengals. The Chicago Bears, they edged the Bengals 47-42 in a wild finish. One of the craziest finishes I've seen in football in the last few years. The Bears' offense exploded for 576 yards. And that rookie, Cal Monangai, that boy was doing something on the ground for one
Running game.
Yes. I'll be seeing that if the Bears got a nice running game, I think it may be hard to defeat them because every time they have got over 120 yards, I believe they have won that game.
Yes.
That's a common denominator here.
It is.
It was at the game. It was one of the most fun environments in the NFL I've been in a very long time. I messed around and changed who they chant had damn near a whole section. It was crazy. People was looking at me like they wanted to go upside my head. But with that being said, what's your take? What's your take on this game?
Honestly, man, I don't want to tear my man's name up, but the Mongolia.
Cal.
What's his name?
Cal Monangai.
I'm just gonna say homeboy that was running his ass off. You know what I mean? My man had 26 carries for 176 yards, man. He was doing his thing for real. You know, they ain't really bring it up this week, which is cool. I get it. But overall, man, it was just a straight shootout. And the last person that had the ball is gonna win the game, and that's what happened.
That's true. That's true. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like they tried to give Cincinnati every chance to win this game. They didn't. They never take it. They didn't take it. Um, they Cal, the young guy, the way he runs the ball reminds me of some type of Priest Holmes type, Eric Johnson type running. You know, he's not. He's shifty. He's fast, but he's more of a run through you type of running back. It's like a juggernaut. Like that, is that a new style or something? Because that boy was running that ball with some passion. And old Joe Flacco threw for 400.
Sorry, Dick, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Okay. So, with that being said, like I say, you know, Chicago showing some promise out there. They just need to keep it moving. What's your take on the game, Tony?
I mean, overall on the game, man, like I said, it was a shootout at the OK Corral out here. I mean, you know, the last person with the ball was going to end up winning the game. So we just so happened to have the last had the last shot. So, but overall, man, as a fan, you got to kind of love games like this. You know what I mean? It was a nail biter. It had a lot of bit of everything. You had old ass Flacco. He didn't turn the clock back. You know what I mean? He turned his clock back 5 years, fuck 1 hour.
That boy, he went back to Super Bowl year. He threw.
Hey, he went back to the old school Raven year. You know what I mean?
He went 470 with 4 touchdowns in a losing effort.
Man.
That's something. That's enough to give old Joe a heart attack.
Hey, it really is. It really is. I mean, he did his thing though. Honestly, he really did. You could just tell it wasn't him. But with that being said, I mean, Caleb Williams didn't do too bad either though. You know, he was out there really looking like a field general. You know what I'm saying? And between that and the running game, you can see why Chicago is in I think the top 6 in offense right now. I want to say, as far as points being scored and yardage. Yeah, so and then they showed up.
They just cut above like the split league that come in.
Yeah, but this is what I was saying. As far as what is a good defense nowadays? What do that look like? You know what I'm saying?
Does it look like the Cincinnati Bengals defense?
and you know that's another part of the segment is the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, you know they setting records going in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying?
In both ways, they offense.
In both ways,
they offense scoring thousands of points, and they defense is giving it right back, just like Robin Hood.
Yes. And you know this is going on their 3rd year of them doing this, so it makes you really wonder: is this a coaching problem, or is this really a personnel problem? You can say it's a little bit of both, but you know I do think they got the players to get the job done. It seems like they just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel like this in a situation. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good. You good.
I feel like this is a situation that the players is not buying the system. That's all it is. You have the talent to run any defense that you want to, but the defensive personnel is not buying. It's not buying the defense. You know what I'm saying? And this coach is like, he doesn't have the respect of the team because they're not buying the defense. It's a coach out there. I don't want to put his name out there, but he said this to the players. if you not believing in the system, if you go against the system, you're out. Ain't no point of you even trying. Ain't no point of even being here. You're
Right.
gone. And that's how the Bengals defense look right now.
Yeah,
They
because
couldn't stop water from 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 pouring out a cup. I don't know.
hey,
They just can't stop any damn thing.
I mean, because as a whole, Chicago almost ran over 300 yards. That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Not at all.
So you give up over all close to 300 yards in rushing, and then give up the game winning after your team took the lead. I mean, that kind of says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, if it was for Chasing Higgins and my man Brown, I mean, it's like who with Cincinnati? Hell, I don't even think they'll be in games out here.
Hey, it'd
But
be hard.
Chasing Higgins, they the two best in the league right now. And you know what I'm saying? And you got Flacco that know how to throw the ball. He don't even give a damn about a playbook.
But that's what it is. But this is showing me that, like I told you this a while. I told you a minute ago.
What's
When
that?
you got two great receivers. It don't matter who you got out there as a quarterback. Only thing you got to do is just put it there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's it.
And this just for me, this makes Joe Burrow's job even harder, because if he lacks performance, and they, I feel like the organization feel like they could come bring in a veteran that could compete for the job.
For Burrow's job,
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I can't even sneeze at you with that one because just for the fact that Burrow's always hurt. It's a new injury every year, so that takes its toll, man. I mean, he had a leg problem, then he had a shoulder problem, now he got a toe problem. So them is 3 different injuries, 3 different times. And you do get a quarterback in there. Hell, it kind of make Tom Brady thinking about coming out of retirement.
Hey man, let's do it. Vikings Lions. The Minnesota Vikings upset the Lions. I 27-24 on the road. The Vikings went into Detroit and they went and beat the Detroit Lions. Is the Lions starting to show some inconsistency, or is it just a mid-season mishap?
You know what hurts me the most on this one is that besides being a division game, because division games is tough. Even if the team's got 1-6 or 6-0, it don't matter. But it really hurts me the most about these Lions because they was at home. You know what I'm saying? And
With a returning cornerback coming off an injury as well.
right, exactly. So I think the Lions did everything they could to lose this game. They always play from behind, and that ain't really Detroit style. They'll let you get up 7-10, then they'll take the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But I think but the Vikings defense is very underrated. You know what I'm saying? They be in these games. It's just that they can't move the ball. But when the Vikings start moving the ball, they're a dangerous team, man. It's something to really look at. You know what I mean? Is they gonna make the playoffs? I don't know about that. Is Detroit gonna make the playoffs? Well, if they keep playing the way they're playing, a wild card is having their name on it. But I think Detroit gonna be all right, though. I think they're gonna probably run off the next 2-3, depending on their schedule, anyway. But I won't be too concerned right now. But if Detroit lose 2-3 in a row, yeah, it's time to raise a fire alarm on that.
Their fire will be put out very quickly. Like I said, I agree with you. There's nothing to be alarmed about, but I feel like it may come down to Detroit and Chicago for the division. I'm talking about that last game in January, to be honest.
Yes, yeah. That's who we got last game.
Yep, Detroit.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, because what right now, Chicago they tied with Detroit right now, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and Vikings ain't too far behind them with what 4-4 record, something like that.
Yeah. Packers
Yeah, so
before them though.
mm-hmm.
So, but Jaguars, Raiders. Jaguars beat the Raiders. Everybody beat them in over, but this happened overtime, 30-29. Jaguars running back Travis Etienne. He got 115 yards and a touchdown.
Yes.
Did you see that game or watch any of them highlights? Well, I know you didn't see the game. We was out, but did you watch any of them highlights?
I mean, on this one, I'm gonna say no, I didn't. But I'm always gonna keep my ear to the street. You know what I mean? So, I'm always gonna keep
the Jaguars
keep watch on it.
Kicker kicked a 68-yarder.
I heard about that. But see, this goes back to what I was telling you about special teams a long time ago. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised that he's kicking it from the parking lot. It's just but for once, man, we've been kind of harsh on Geno, not me and you on this show, but just in general. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Geno Smith didn't have a bad game. He threw for almost close to 300 yards with 4 TDs. I mean, how much can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
How many turnovers?
Yeah, but as far as I know, I think he only had 1 interception, but I can't really talk for the fumbles.
I mean, that's a turnover.
That's a turnover, true. Very true.
He's not Jameis Winston,
but you know what's crazy though, man, and this is what goes across the NFL with a lot of teams. You got a quarterback play, right, that's expecting to do something, and then the defense play real good and real hard, but it'd be a losing effort from the quarterback play. Then when the quarterback does good, here come the defense. They giving up everything under the sun. So you know what I'm saying? That kind of goes with camaraderie on the overallness about preparation. Everybody ain't on the same page, especially in the Raiders.
I can understand that. I see that. Yeah. But I feel like the Raiders is just in their first year at new head coach. They still just trying to find their identity. To me, to be honest, I like their running back. I like their tight end Broward. He played his ass off.
Yeah.
It's well in that game. And I feel like Geno's just not the man for the Raiders. And that's all I gotta say about that.
I understand.
He's just not the man for it. And I feel like if that's the piece that they need to change, is the quarterback, and their team could be on the road.
I agree.
So, with that being said, let's do some. What actually did you get out of week 9? This was me. This is what stood off of practice. It stood off across this week. Quarterback health. Returns matter. I've seen quarterbacks come back and do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just like McCarthy, he came back. He did his damn thing. They got that win. You seen what happened when Lamar came back.
Yep.
You know? So it really counts, and some teams really depends on that number one quarterback, and they just can't do what they normally would do with the backup.
That's true.
Your favorite teams are not safe anymore. You know,
They're not.
You know, the 4 out of the top 5 that everybody thought was going to be the shit preseason, they lost this week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The playoff picture is getting very, very wide now in week 10, which is coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
for the first time in a very long time, I'm starting to see that the defense is swinging games out here. You know, it's normally this offense just come kicking in. So I'm seeing defensive and defensive plays is keeping teams in the game, and they actually win the game 14.
Yes.
Some teams are scoring more than ever. Some
Yes.
games like the Bears and the Bengals is a very
Mhm.
scoring high contest. But no one's talking about how Bengals have scored almost 80 points, more 80 plus points in the last 2 weeks. I believe they almost got over 1,000 yards in the last 2 weeks in losing effort. But they also then gave up over 1,000 yards.
Yes. Yes.
Mistakes, penalties, turnovers, sacks allowed. All these are creeping up in high numbers and causing teams to lose. These teams should be doing better. I don't want to say names. We all know we're watching this season.
Yes.
What you got, Tony?
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head on that one. I mean, these up and down type of scores. I mean, it's like it is too much in and out. But I call it good football myself because you can't put $5 on none of these damn teams. You might lose it. So what I mean? It's like for the ones that bets on spreads, boy, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because whoa, it's pretty treacherous out here. Because just right when you think you got a team, you don't. And it's crazy how these teams is so across the board even. I'm gonna say that. Anybody that goes on a 2-3 game winning streak going to go on a 2-3 game losing streak.
Right.
So it's so balanced. It's unreal out here. Ain't nobody is afraid of nobody, and it just seems like ain't nobody ducking from nobody. It's like we do not have a contender. They the team to beat type of thing. Even Buffalo, even with a good win this week from them. I mean, it's just something that they can be beat as well. You know what I mean? They showing glimpses. 1 minute they like running the ball. Next minute, Allen throwing for 30, 40 attempts a game. So, and now you got Lamar coming back. I think they're going to make a little last minute push, creeping in the playoffs. And they can be a dangerous team because the Ravens really just going to get healthy as they go. So that's a team to look out for, should you say. And I still think KC is clicking on cylinders. Mahomes just had a bad game.
Just had a bad game.
I mean, they only lost by 7, so it ain't something to, just feel like, they just get their butt whooped. Nah, it just, a loss is a loss and a win is a win. Yeah, they just did their thing.
Okay. So check this out. That's what we did partake of, what we did learn, what we see on these week 9. I want to do something instead of doing who we rather. I want to play a game with you, Tony.
What you got?
I want to put you on a hot seat. I didn't even tell you about this, but I want to put you on a hot seat. It's pretty much after, we're gonna play this game and then we're gonna go straight into predictions.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So these questions is kind of sort of a segue into the predictions we're going to do. So I'm going to call it like, what are we going to do? What to watch going forward after week 10. That's cool. This is the basic of the question. So
Yes,
teams like Buffalo, Minnesota, Chicago, turning the corner. Can they sustain it?
Well, all them teams you just named is in the meat of their schedule, should you say? I mean, I think probably Chicago out them got the toughest road, to really truly partake in. I mean, the other, the other ones, their schedule might favor them, you know what I'm saying? Where they can kind of sneak past some stuff. For Minnesota, they're going to have to really, do what they did. So far, they got 2 division games under their belt. And, if they can beat Green Bay and then, deal with Detroit again type of thing, because I think we're going to get them on the next round. That's just my opinion. But, and vice versa for Chicago. This is where the division games is very important. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because if they can dig deep in the division, and this go for Indiana, Indianapolis, this go for them. This goes for the KCs, the Buffaloes. They all need to take control of their division. Because hell, you got the San Fran and the LA Rams and all them guys. Hell, you don't know who's gonna come out to that. To what, week 15? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's really a tight race for all of them, should you say? So, for those ones that feel like the regular season really don't matter, it does, especially this year. Every game matters for real. I mean, because especially a division game, but that's the most important. So I think we need to look at that more than, seeing who else they playing type of thing.
Okay, I understand that. So you're saying they better sustain if they want to make the playoffs.
If they really want to make the playoffs, we're going to see the contenders from the pretenders. That's for damn sure.
Okay, with coming off losses, do your favorite Chiefs and Lions, do they correct their flaws or do they slide farther?
It's funny. It's like if I was to have to pick between the two, I would have to go with Detroit, because they the ones that's the most injured and the most inexperienced as far as getting over that hump. KC been there, done that. You're gonna have to put the nail in the coffin and hammer it shut. You know what I mean, to lock them out. But Detroit, on the other hand, now they really faced adversity. I mean, I know the old school Detroit Lions did, but do this new school of winning, Detroit winning all the time, you can get spoiled by that. You do pretty good regular season, and then get to the playoff. Even though they was close enough to get to the Super Bowl last year, they still ain't got over that hump. So I'm gonna have to say Detroit need to get their act together more than KC for sure.
Okay. Well, which defense you think will step up for this season from this point on? It has been too many defensive letdowns and almost costing games and have cost games. So what defense or what team do you think needs to do something, or they better do something, or they might as well be playing for a draft pick?
Well, I've been hearing rumors have it. Ohio State Buckeyes defense gonna be on the Cincinnati's playing for Cincinnati this week, so I'm gonna go with the Bengals, But all jokes aside though, man, it hurts the most that the Bengals is really looking real good, but they looking real bad, all in the same damn sentence. And but I'm gonna have to get this one to the Ravens though, man. I think they back against the wall. I think they defense, like I said, everybody's getting healthy, and they already gave up a gazillion points so far. So I think they're gonna turn that around. I think they're gonna start giving up 29 instead of 33. And as long as Lamar can score him 35, that's a win. So you know what I'm saying. But I got the Ravens really turning things around, especially on the defensive side, because everybody else is they are who they are type of thing. You know what I'm saying? and it's like ain't nobody dominant, but it just seems like the offense is the ones that shoot themselves in the foot that make the defense look good. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me.
Mhm.
So how will one more question?
No, you good.
How will the playoff position
Hmm.
pressure right now affect matchup from week 10 to 13?
Ooh, that's a crucial question, Caddy. I mean, because one thing for sure, one thing certain, we're gonna know who's who by week 13. I
Right.
think the dust is gonna settle every week. It get closer to, of course. But ain't nobody really truly talking about them San Frans. Ain't nobody really talking about them Rams. Ain't nobody really truly talking about hell, even I throw in the Panthers in the mix. Just by their division. So, it's a lot of dangerous defenses out there. But as far as playoff compatible and ready, you know, it's gonna take the week 13 to see who's who, to be honest with you. So that's a hard call to make as of right now by the eye test. You see what I'm saying?
Right, I feel it. So I got something we need to do right now, and then we can jump to the predictions. And I almost forgot about it. Top five.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do the top five.
Top 5 players, they don't back down. Crown on the head, kings of this town. Top 5 players, hear the crowd roar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, give me more.
Top five.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do the top five. Okay, starting at number 5, Cedric Gray, linebacker, Tennessee Titans. He led the week in total tackles with 16, 11 solos, and 5 assists. This means something. What it means?
Yeah, he was on the damn field too damn long. But go ahead, motherfucker.
Defenses still can win games. A player like Gray impacted the game flow. Tackle shows that non-quarterbacks can contribute to a game-winning, flow. You feel me?
Yeah.
Number 4, Matthew Stafford. Threw 4 touchdown passes in the round 34-10 win over New Orleans.
Mhm.
Excuse me, why it matters. A veteran quarterback delivering when it's called upon to reinforce and let them know that shit, we ain't playing. We out here.
Yes.
We playing ball.
I like the
Number
Rams because they flying under the radar.
Hey, that's another question I was gonna ask you. How many dark horses out here right now?
Oh, it's too many to count.
Uh-huh.
It's the least between 8 to 10 teams out here
They're still under the radar.
that's under the radar.
Okay. The Vegas, Brock Bauer. He got 12 receptions and 127 yards and 3 touchdowns this week.
Mm.
That's who made your boy Gino look very well this week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Why this matters? Even in the loss, Jacksonville Jaguars, excuse me, to the Jaguars, that was a good individual performance that you just can't see. I think he's a second-year player, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Number 2, Carson Loveland, Chicago Bears. About 6 passes, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including that 50-yard sprint.
Yes, sir.
He was running like he was late for a date. You know,
I hear that.
and the number 1, Cal Mandunga, Chicago Bears. He rushed for 176 on 26 carries. That's 6 carries, 6.8 yards a carry. in the 47-42 win over Chicago.
Well,
This
Caddy,
man, he had 198 all-purpose yards. I haven't seen that from a running back in the Chicago Bear uniform since Matt Forte.
yes, you will be correct. And I was going to say, Caddy, this our third season, and this is the first time ever that I have known of in our top 5 that you had 2 Chicago Bear players in the top 5.
I'm a Bear fan. Ain't no point in putting them there, and I'm a Bear fan if they did nothing. They actually, I've been saying this. I said, because they get me upset. I put my paper bag when they playing really bad. And I told you that I'm finna, because it's been times that we didn't even talk about the Bears on the show because they playing so bad. Am I right?
You was totally right.
So I'm not being biased here because it's 2 Bears in there. This is that remember that win that I need to see to get me back. I'm not off the bandwagon, but I ain't really betting $2 on them. I need that convincing win. I can't say it was ugly, but a W is a W. I feel like they fought to the last second. That's why they won that game. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's what I can say about the and then I feel like Chicago is a dark horse too, because if they could go 3-1 in their next 4 games, and they hardest 2 games would be the Steelers and the Eagles.
Yes. And by far, they really are the team to do this with. I mean, because Caleb is really starting to click, and they starting to believe in that boy, and that's what you want. But guess who I'm starting to believe in?
Who that?
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've been screaming preparation for the season. What I say, season 3? I've been screaming preparation for a while now. And this is what preparation really looked like. I ain't even counting the close win. But, it's just something about, teams that's going really out here that's, they come to play. I think, Indy could have did a better preparation game. Because to me, I picked Pittsburgh in this game just for the fact that, to me, this was Indy's true test, especially on the road. You know what I'm saying? And they laid a goose egg, not 0, but far as, they didn't look too hot.
Right.
So, is that record a fluke, or is it, something to really sneeze about? So I think between the two, I mean, I ain't trying to compare the Bears to Indy, but I'm just saying, far as the preparation to these games, you got to really come to play, man. I mean, it's just that simple.
It's just that damn simple.
It's just that simple.
So before we hit that hour, I want to do predictions. You talk about preparation, so let's do some predictions for week 10. I call the game out. You pick your winner. I say mine. You just go on down these lists real quick before we step up out of here.
Let's do it.
Week 10 picks. Thursday night, Vegas, Denver.
I got Denver.
I got Denver on there all day. But Sunday, Atlanta, Indianapolis. We're going with the Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Colts, but I've been wanting to pick Atlanta these last 9 weeks ever since I said they own something.
You gotta remember they got that dude named Cal Pitts on their team.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Right. Hell, they let me down like the Jets.
Chicago Giants.
Trap game.
Chicago.
Is Chicago really full of themselves? That's the question.
Chicago at home.
But I got to go with Chicago on this one.
Buffalo, Miami
Definitely Buffalo on this one.
by 30. Baltimore, Minnesota.
That's a tough one. This is a true test for Lamar on this one, but I'm gonna pick with the Ravens on this.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens on that. Cleveland, Jets.
The battle of the bums, huh? The battle of the first pick. I'll just say that.
I'm going with Cleveland.
Well, since the Jets went on ahead and caved on in, I'm gonna go with Cleveland too.
All right, New England, Tampa.
Ooh, that sounds like the game of the week.
I'm going Tampa from the stump, New England, man.
I think New England gonna slip past them on the late side.
Hey, don't laugh at this, but I didn't make the schedule, okay?
Right.
New Orleans and Carolina.
Oh man, if Carolina don't win this damn game,
Yeah, they go. I mean, barely. I mean, that's who they playing.
but that's how they've been winning their games though. So
it's like New Orleans.
now, just far as been winning close games, you know. So if they got the lead within 5 minutes, they might just go on and pull that out. But you know, New Orleans, I can give them some credit. They don't quit. You know, I don't see a Cleveland or a Jets type of team out of them.
We got Jacksonville and Houston. I'm gonna take
It's
Jacksonville.
is quarterback hurt for Houston? Is he hurt or what?
They don't know. You taking a mental break.
Yeah, he kind of need it, but I might go with Jacksonville on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Arizona and Seattle.
Yeah, of course, Seattle.
I'm gonna take Seattle myself. Rams, San Francisco.
Another game of the week.
I'm taking San Fran.
I think where they playing at? Like it really matters, but where they playing at?
Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably got to go with San Fran on this one.
Detroit and Washington.
Of course, Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah, because Mariota, he can't move that ball for whatever reason.
Pittsburgh and Chargers.
It's a trap game for Pittsburgh. They don't come to play. It's something different.
Philly and Green Bay.
You know what, man? This is one of these games where both teams it's supposed to be a shootout. Okay, correct. I think it's gonna be 6-3.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Philly on this.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game to watch. But boring, but a good game to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, we at that hour, Tony. We up there.
Real quick though, Caddy, on that game, cause we ain't really talked about the green team. Real quick, I'll be quick. The thing that bothers me the most about the Green Bay team is the fact that they look past the Panthers, and the Panthers snuck up and got their ass.
Yeah, and that's that. What is that a wake up call or not?
We'll see. If they go out and play dominant football against these Eagles, I think it was a wake up call, but we'll see.
We will see. But like, if you like the content you just listened to, please leave a comment. Hit us up on all social medias. Episode be on YouTube noon on Thursday. What you got, Tony?
Well, another week down, another week to go. So, shout out to Little Leaf for the sponsorship.
Yeah,
like I said, man, my man out here doing big things. Hey, we're gonna continue to strive and reach for the stars out here. So we definitely need your help to like and subscribe, leave a comment, do what you gotta do to join the crew, should you say. We can all win together. That's what it's all about.
So like I said, we here. We gonna be back next week, same time. Just keep it loud, keep it being certified. You know what it is. It's your boy Cuddy, and I'm out.